sigh of relief right there. If you caught him on camera, he's like, I will take that victory. I'm looking for an emote that expresses it. Is it that one? No, that's an OMG one. Is it this one? I don't know. Maybe he's just feeling better about the position. I don't know.
Was a big
Either
one.
way, Wesley So. Oh, sorry. I can't get rid of
Whoa,
unclicking it.
whoa.
Okay. We're okay, everybody.
No comment. I can't do all that newfangled emote stuff, Danny. I'll leave that to the younger generation.
You know, the younger generation, because you're so old.
Yep.
All right, well, Wesley So does win, and it is a 3-game lead currently for Magnus Carlsen. Back to, what actually was this? This is another Roy Lopez, but a Berlin move order, a little different than what we've seen before.
That was the conditions when, the passport control officer was stamping Wesley's passport. He's like, okay, I'm letting you in the country as long as you play the Berlin at least once against Magnus Carlsen in your SEC match. And he did, and Magnus going for the anti-Berlin with D3, but I don't think he's gotten much here unless he pushes F4. That might be his only chance to spice things up on the king side. Otherwise, it's just dead equal.
Yeah.
Oh.
And he does F4.
But it's easy to blunder. Danny, EF4, Rook F4 would be a very instructive blunder. Maybe we can show that. Because if Bishop takes B3 and Knight D5. Okay, Wesley taking a different approach, so we don't have to. But
I'm gonna quickly show it when we have a second here. The idea Danya pointed out is hard to see sometimes when there's smoke. You can't kind of see through it. But if E takes F4, Rook takes F4, Black can trade, and no matter how you take back on B3, there is a Knight fork around the world on D5, and we have material.
Beautiful.
So there you go. This was not to be blundered by Magnus. Instead, we're headed toward an endgame.
Okay.
But yeah, that was a nice find, Danya.
Yeah, and I actually think Wesley should have taken on F4 because now he's got another endgame in the category of the person you want this endgame against the least is Magnus Carlsen, and the person you're facing right now is Magnus Carlsen.
Yeah, these are the kind of games that lead to the Magnus measurement stick-o-meter. I think I'm going to say it differently every time, but when we see that game arc, the Magnus measurement stick-o-meter, he tends to follow a very consistent path. He keeps his games equal, not a lot of crazy up and down in the opening and especially early middle game stages.
Absolutely. 2 rooks are more than enough material to generate a mating attack.
Yeah.
And Magnus poking and prodding on the king side. He's definitely playing this for a win, but king e6 and rook d7, I mean, realistically, with 90 seconds, this should not be too difficult for Wesley to hold.
Yeah, it shouldn't be, but time pressure does strange things to a man. And right now, if both sides get in a mutual scramble, it's anyone's game. Rook a7 is not a happy move to play, but it was maybe the only thing to do.
I would have gone rook d7, but I think Wesley actually is afraid to trade a pair of rooks because he believes that in the ensuing position, with all of white's pawns protected, maybe he'll have some trouble defending his own weaknesses on b6 and f6, but I don't think he's got anything to be concerned about even in this position with that passive rook. Rook a3 now.
This was a nice move too, because you can come back to a3 anytime, and if white tries to get too jiggy over here and maybe checkmate the black king, you get mated yourself. So I agree with you. The more I look at this, I think a draw has to be the most likely result. They're going to continue to play tickle for a little while here. But huge weakness for white, equally big weak pawns for black means that both players are a dull boy, right? All work and no play.
Yeah,
Makes Jack a dull boy. Tell me you got that one.
I did not. I laughed, but I didn't. I'm laughing almost at my own inability to grasp these rounds.
No, you're great. That's a good one though. All right, rook e8. The king is now coming to c5, which by the way is fun because you get your king out of trouble and maybe guard b6. But the problem is if you go too far, then you got other problems. So this is just we're just playing footsie here.
Don't want to turn into Icarus here and fly too close to the queen side because but Wesley's playing for a win. I think he's feeling lucky after that last game. No, he's not. He's like,
no, he's not.
I playing for a win? No, I'm not.
I love that you were trying to set the tone. Wesley's playing for a win. It had to be rook d6 if he really was. But no, he might lose it, as you said. Icarus flies a little too close to the sun. You regret it. So let's stay away from that. He decides to tuck his tail between his legs and settle on the draw. And
no, I've read The Shining. People in the chat say I haven't seen The Shining, but I have read the book.